It's the 2026 Lexus RX 350. Let's walk around this one in copper crest color. We're gonna find out the outside, the inside features, everything that makes this one so iconic and so special. This is extremely popular in the Lexus fleet. It's bigger than a small SUV. It's smaller than a midsize SUV. So what is it? And just how luxurious can this possibly be? Maybe an interior first look is really gonna give us the puzzle we need. Oh yeah, this is nice. Really cool interior color. You can see the accent, the dark with the lighter. We're gonna find out if that size screen is standard or if it's been upgraded. Did I just give a spoiler away? Did I? A little Red Hot Chili Peppers. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. It's time for Performance Fast Facts. We're gonna do this quick. We've got a turbo engine. It's a 2.4 turbo, 8-speed automatic transmission, 275 horsepower. It's got struts right here, no prop rod. Plain, safe travels, my friends. That's right, no prop rod, just lifts. This one's pretty light hood, I think. It's got soundproofing material here. Overall, a nice organized engine bay. Fuel facts, it's a 17.2 gallon fuel tank. I almost fell over there. It's 22 in the city, 29 on the highway, 25 combined. That's for front wheel drive. Goes down just a little bit to 21 in the city, 28 on the highway for all-wheel drive. This one's front-wheel drive. By the way, this is my loaner vehicle. My Lexus GX is in the shop getting regular service, so go to johnsonlexusraleigh.com. And what are your thoughts on this copper crest color? You'll find four-wheel disc brakes, also four-wheel independent suspension. It does have multi-link rear suspension, nice and smooth on straightaways, tightens up and is responsive on curves. It's time for our exterior walk around where we get to see the highlights going from section to section. This hood right here, I like how it goes up, plateaus, and then slides down. That'd be a scary sledding hill, like, wah! But boy, oh boy, big mark. And then right here, it goes flat, but it also comes out, which is interesting. This is copper crest color, but then it goes to like a metallic-y type gray, not Metallica, but metallic-y. Lexus badge right here. It's got Lexus Safety System Plus 3.0. You can see the camera for the panoramic look around camera. I'm sure that's not the technical term that Lexus use. We've got sensors all around the side. There's our accent light, the bi-LED headlights right there, and it's got matte black down below. These vents right here, they're not free air, 'cause it's free falling. Looks like a jigsaw puzzle or like a Jenga board, doesn't it? It's kind of cool though. It's that body spindle design. Now what we've got is, this is not integrated into this light like some advanced models are, but no, there's the turn signal right there. Cool lines though. Really, really classy, really sporty, more elegant than anything. I think it just flows across the lines. You can see this is a sharp line, but it's curved. So does it look sharp? It's sharp, but is it sharp? Very interesting here. 19-inch alloy wheels. It's a two-tone design, 5-lug pattern with the Lexus badge right here. 235/60 R19 tires. This is body colored right here along the fenders. Kind of a flat cliff face right there. And then this one here, it's the smallest turn signal I think I've ever seen. It really needs to get out here and be a little bit longer so people can see that you're turning if they're coming from this way. Of course, they can see the headlight and the turn signal in front, but still, it's just a little stub, like stub hub. It's got chrome right here, black, nice cutout right here so you can see around that pillar. There's the camera. It's got lighting. And then right here, we've got matte along the bottom. But this line right here, look at this, how it flows down and gets bigger. This also has gloss black on the handles up and below. And then that's auto lock and unlock on the front doors and the back doors. We've got gloss black here. And there's our moonroof along with a body colored shark fin antenna. I mean, this is a cool profile. If you're on a car dating app, are you swiping? Along the back. Boy, these lights come out really wide here. It's like a feathered look, almost like a bird of prey or a bird in flight. I like it. We've got chrome here that goes all the way around. It flows almost like a waterfall or like a water slide or a rapid. And then body colored here, gloss black. On the bottom part of this spoiler, Johnson Lexus in the house. One of the biggest Lexus dealerships I've ever seen. We've got big light there. And then this right here is the LED light bar that goes all the way across. We got Lexus written out, Johnson right here, and RX 350. Now it doesn't say luxury or premium, so you're not going to see the trim level, and that happens on a lot of Lexus vehicles where they just don't say which trim it is. Everybody's the same. It's kind of neat. There's no cast system there. And there's also no exposed wiper. It's hidden all the way up in this piece. Cool, right? Got a backup camera right here with a little nubbin, and then you can open it this way like that. Ooh, there's my stuff. And just so you know, this is also the hands-free power liftgate. See that? You kick it, walk away, baby, walk away. We're gonna look at the cargo space a little bit more in detail. We're gonna start with the front when we do our interior walk, but just know it does have a spare tire and extra room here, and a sneak peek if I wanna lower these seats, bam, I just do it that way. Time for front features. We're gonna find out that this does have a power seat. Passenger goes up and down pretty quickly. You can twist it, you can turn it, which makes the seat just right. It's like eating porridge at the Three Bears house. We've got two-way lumbar support right here. Nice, chunky. They're kind of firm, but they are soft. They kind of lock you in. Really cool pattern right here. And then this is, I'd say 70% firm, 30% soft, but it's a good headrest. I do like it. And then this is soft touch, just like you'd imagine. Oh, it feels very soft. Like the curves there. They're very interesting. There's no real straightaways here. It's all curves, curvatures. It's like George Takei talking to Howard Stern. Musculature. I like his musculature. We got two click right there. Ooh, very nice. Soft touch here. This is softer than this though. And then it has power mirrors that fold really quickly. I like that a lot. You can do auto as well, so they automatically, as you'd expect, go in and out. This is all soft touch too, so it's a good place to put your armrest like that. That's how you open and shut. By the way, in the door, how do you like this contrast stitching here? It matches the accent panels, so we've got tan or beige. Call it tan. It's kind of cool though. But it is interesting how it's the same color stitching on the seat, so there's no contrast there. I don't mind it. I'm just saying that other people might say, why is there not contrast stitching? Hopefully people wouldn't say that anyway. So let's check this one out here. Yeah, it's pretty soft, but it's got firmness to it. And I love this pattern. It almost reminds me of what you see on the back tail lights. I wonder if that is the same thing. See, this one has a little bit of give to it, but it's firm, so it would lock you in pretty darn nicely. This is soft touch. I like this a lot. You can open it this way. I got my charging cable in here, and it's about wrist deep, maybe a little bit more than that, and it goes pretty wide. If I stretch my fingers out, you can see how wide it is in there. Kind of like it. There's more accent stitching as well. This is all soft touch, so if you rub your leg up against it, some people have long legs, so they kind of go out this way. It's gonna be pleasant to the touch. Here's where your back liftgate goes. You can put a change purse or just coins in there. I don't know why I said change purse, but somebody will say, oh yeah, I'll put my change purse. And a little sliver of an accent panel, just a little nubbin. There's where your automatic high beams go. And this right here, whoa, automatic steering wheel. We like the power. We like the power. That's the power. It's the power of love. Feel the power of love. Because you don't need money, you don't need fame, and you don't need a credit card to ride this train. So wood accent right here, leather wrapped like this. There's that. The controls are pretty easy to figure out. Does not have the head-up display on this trim. There's the driver attention alert. It lets you know if you're paying attention or looking over this way when maybe you want to be looking this way here. And then we can make adjustments right in this part of the screen as well. This right here, I wanted to put a tumbler so you could see what that looks like. That one's stationary or static. This one here, it says push, like salt and pepper. So if you push it, this one's actually going to go down. You push that, but then I'm gonna push this from this side and it goes up. Holla! We've got electronic parking brake and brake hold. Got the engine start and stop, so I always turn this off. I don't like that feature. I just turn it off. That stops you at a traffic light when you're stopped, and it shuts down the engine so that you don't hear anything. It's silent, but you save on a little bit of fuel. The negative is that it kind of, when you get going, if you're not just real careful about it, some people just don't like it. I don't like it. So this is reverse. This is drive. neutral, and then you can drive more, oops, sorry, manual like that, and then park. So that's kind of how that shifter works. That's kind of neat. Here's, by the way, the engine start and stop. It says off. It's like the Avenger symbol, so that's kind of neat. We can go this way, so you can find information right here. Let's say we want map would be in this grid right here. And then we could go over to this side. Ooh, we got G-Force, holla. We like that. And then you can go over here. This one, remember, it's 22 and 29 with 25 combined. I'm averaging 25. I'm a little bit faster accelerator than probably the average person. I don't know why, it's just my habit. And I feel like that's something that has given me a little bit lower gas mileage, but most average people would get what's posted or a little bit better. Here's a little storage shelf, USB-Cs, we used those the other day. A USB-C, USB-A, and a 12-volt circular right in here. And then wireless charging pad. Whoa, this one's raised like a little bluff. And then this one is down, so you can put a phone in there, store it, keep it out of the way. Here's our panoramic view monitor, and then can see how you can change your grid lines. Just like that. It does have the projected path right there as well. Now, this one here, I always thought this would be cool if they made one where you go this way and it gets a little bit redder. This way it gets a little bit bluer, because that would make sense with the temperatures. I kind of dig that look right here. But you can do this. Pretty good airflow in here, actually. Much better than my GX. My GX is lousy, to be honest with you. It's the thing I don't like about my GX is the fan speed and the temperature. It doesn't get cool enough. So there's heated seats, there's cooled seats, heated steering wheel. You can do auto, remember. And then we've got our other things right here. The other thing I don't like about this car, and Lexus and Toyota, they both do it. When you start up the car, I had on my air conditioning before, but I started up and they just assume I don't want air conditioning. I'm in North Carolina. We should be allowed to keep it where we had it when we turned it off. I just think that seems like a fair deal to me, doesn't it? This is a 14-inch screen. Now, normally it's a 9.8-inch screen. I'm gonna test my theory here. I had the air conditioning on when I turned it off, but normally it's 9.8, now it's 14-inch, because that's an upgrade and it's fantastic. I love the 14-inch screen. See, it comes on and it's off. Don't Lexus and Toyota know that we want to have this how we had it set already? It just makes sense. But anyway, we're talking about little things here. Well, I'm not gonna stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. It's got the paddle shifters right here, so we can tweak it when we're in the manual mode, just like that. And then this is the home link for garage door openers, auto dimmer. Boop, boop, boop. And then we'll go over here and see how this one opens up. Hopefully it'll open all the way. The first one will probably go mostly, and then we'll push it again and it goes all the way up. Pretty cool stuff. Let's check out the visibility of this car here. We're gonna go to 0.5 mode, squeeze it in a little bit here. Visibility is actually very good. I got the seats down so you can see the angle of the slope. Remember slope from our geometry class? Oh, geometry. I'm good at math. I'm really good at math, but boy, geometry, it just pushed my limits. So different from what I learned up till 10th grade geometry. There we go. Got the slider and the light. Some other features you can see across this screen. This is where we can have my Waze going on, just like this. You can have navigation set up. It goes all the way across the screen, which is really cool. And then the radio. We can see, ooh, Sarah, no time is a good time for goodbyes. I hear laughter in the rain, walking hand in hand with the one I love. Ooh, yeah, and you can go through those screens as well. By the way, we've got illumination, so we can check brightness. Let's make it brighter. Very cool. Lights, meters, door control. Isn't that neat? Just go through, find what you want to find, and then make adjustments to it. The cargo space is 46.2 cubic feet behind this first row with the seats down. It's 29.6 when the seats are up. But look at this slope here. You could put heavier things up, but it would probably roll down if it was light. It's still flat though. It's just on a slope. So let's go over here and we're gonna check out that cargo space again. And over here we see that my lunch bag can go over to the side. Got tie downs, a tie down as well. And then this kind of goes just, oops, goes in that track right there and hangs on. So nobody knows that I've got a lunch bag and they would want to steal my lunch at all. And by the way, if you want to know what I'm eating for lunch, I have a leftover hot dog. We've got grapes, protein shake, already gone. Got a yogurt, little tangerine, and then string cheese. Boom. And then in the second row here, this is softer than this one, just like in the front. That's how you open it or unlock it. You can also open it with 2-touch right there. And then that's a pretty darn big bottle holder. We've got big seat pocket, USB-Cs. It's got the temperature tweaks right here. There's the air, kind of cool. I like the dash a lot. It looks very modern. I just think that's a cool look. And then pull this down, push this. Okay, nice. Not huge, my tumbler wouldn't fit in here, but it's good size. Nice chunky armrest that has a lot of give to it, a lot of cushion. I like that. And then it's got right here, so it's got the latches provided. A good look. As far as rear seat space, this is all the way back. Pretty solid. Let's do that again. Nice. 37.4 inches of rear seat legroom. Then we've got 38.6 if we've got the headroom going on. And then if it's a panoramic roof, it's going to be slightly less than that. But the seats are really comfortable. I really actually kind of dig this a lot. And then if I want to put the seat back, I can do that. So it actually goes back quite a bit. Little tiny bit of a hump right here. Oh, this is squishy. It's like a little trampoline. Me likey. And then, okay, nice. I like this a lot, actually. And this is soft, too, so if I have longer legs, you can push into it just a little bit more, and that'll get you through your trip. But overall, really good. So let's look at this RX 350. On a Lexus window sticker, we don't see the trim. Experience amazing. It's right over here. Premium versus luxury. So we've got the performance, exterior. Let's keep going. Safety, connected technologies, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Has a power moonroof. That's premium. New Lux seating. And then these are upgrades from the 52.7 that's standard. Convenience package. I would want the panoramic view monitor for sure. And I would want the upgraded screen size. That's big to me. I like the power rear door with the kick sensor as well. So those are all good options to add. 57,795. And remember, Johnson, Lexus, Raleigh. Check out their inventory. See what they got. Here's the safety ratings. It's very strong. And then remember, if it's all-wheel drive, it'll be 21 and 28. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. If you like fun, thorough reviews and you love cars, trucks, and SUVs, maybe you'll consider subscribing to AutoJeff Reviews, because that's what we do here. We do fun, thorough reviews. All right, how do you like the Copper Crest? How do you like the Lexus RX 350 versus other luxury vehicles in that class? Maybe just other vehicles in the class like a Toyota product or Honda product. Let me know in the comment section. And if you want more Lexus content, I've got a Lexus playlist with over 100 Lexus videos. If you'd like a different brand, then look for that playlist. Thanks for being here so much, and thanks for subscribing. Bye.